Hello and welcome to Character Unlock episode 33. It's an odd number, so you've got me, John Miller, giving you the rundown and the hosting of today's episode, or this episode rather. With me, as almost always, is Andrew Brooker. How are you, mate?
I am alright, mate. I come to you from deepest, darkest Brentford. In a horrible little corner of London.
All of London's a horrible corner.
Fuck you. Northern bitch.
Fuck you too.
No, I am... excuse me, I am dying.
Dying of
crap hotel.
Smog inhalation.
Yeah. And shit food. Yeah. I'm stuck down in London, so I'm kind of hoping everything sounds alright as I have a kind of ramshackle little setup on the thing they call a desk in my room. But yeah, I'm alright, mate. How about you?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. You know, I'm actually enjoyed this week's video gaming. I've just bought myself my 4K TV, sitting nice and pretty in my room, and played some 4K games as well, which I'll get into later. So,
yeah, I'm glad. I'm still a little 1080 peasant, so.
Yeah, but you're also looking to getting the Pro and the Switch, and you know, all the other 4K stuff, like Sky Q and I don't know, BT Sport UHD, and
I did once again almost click the buy now button on a Switch today because I was bored in my course. When I wasn't bored in my course, I'd finished the stuff that I was doing, and it was break time, so I was just shopping. So I had my laptop with me. I was like, ooh, a Switch. I could buy it now and have it delivered to the hotel. And then thought better of it. I don't want to live here forever.
No, because your wife would probably see the bill.
Exactly. Or some bastard would post it to my house instead by accident.
Well, you're in London, so you've got the lovely 1 hour delivery window.
Now you said that,
Yeah.
I might order a Switch and it'll be delivered here before we finish podcasting.
Exactly.
Quick, dude, talk about something else before I do actually buy a Switch.
Okay, so moving on, and we can talk about some kind of news.
Sorry.
And belching, you cunt. We can go on to news-ish, I guess, if you really want to. You can. Well, it is news for one, obviously, because it's the time of the year when all of the game journalists and every other games website, and eventually maybe even us, have themselves some kind of awards ceremony.
That'd be nice to be good enough for us to have our own awards, wouldn't it?
Well, we kind of tried it last year. It went quite poorly, but we did end up agreeing on Titanfall 2 being an absolutely outstanding game.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the next episode will be our last of the year, so I'm sure we'll do a best and worst of 2017 like we did last year. Well, last year we did a best and worst of 2016, so it's not quite the same.
No.
But yeah, so it's. Well, I mean, these awards were announced like a week ago, and they're on Thursday night. So it's the Geoff Keighley's are this week.
The Geoff Keighley Awards.
Yes, they are the Geoff Keighley's. The Keighley's.
Yep. Like the Tony Awards, or the Grammys, or the Oscars. The Keighley's.
The Keighley's, exactly.
As opposed to the Jeffies.
Well, these are the Jeffies. Sounds like maybe something slightly porn related. I don't know why, but it's just what it sounds like.
Aren't they the Woodies?
Yes, they are. They're actually a thing.
Yep. There we go.
You can win a golden Woody.
Yeah.
How much?
That's what all the ladies want.
Yes, it is, which is why I'm sitting in a hotel room all on my own.
Diamond encrusted.
Absolutely. But yeah, so it's the Game Awards, the Geoff Keighley's.
Yep.
This week, or as this episode uploads, the Keighley's will be on.
Yep.
Because I schedule the podcast to go up about 1:30 on a Friday morning. And
so if you're really quick...
Yes, if you're really quick, this will still be news. If you're like the rest of us and like things like sleep, this will already be old hat.
Yeah. So all these predictions we're about to put in, and anything else that we mentioned on this, is now completely irrelevant, and you should probably just fast forward like 30 minutes
Yeah.
when we're still going through it.
Well, I mean, I look at this, right, and there are some of these categories, they're scraping the barrel.
What, like best art direction?
Well, best art direction's fine because in the list, Cuphead, I agree with. I think that's amazing. I've not played it yet, but it looks great.
What about
Horizon.
games for impact? What the fuck is that?
This is what I mean. Games for impact? What the fuck are you talking about? Games for no. And it does. It feels like an award, a nomination has been done specifically so Hellblade can win something, which is a little unfair. But I don't think Hellblade's going to win much. The shine's come off Hellblade a little bit.
Best ongoing game. What does that even mean? Is that just games that were released before this year, but people still play them?
Yes, pretty much. So GTA Online. I don't get how is Destiny 2 in that list? How? It's not ongoing, it's barely started.
It's worse than barely started. It's not ongoing, it's being put down.
Yeah.
It's being taken round the back and shot.
It's hit with all the impact of a dusty old man's jizz. And just, Overwatch, fuck off. PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. This shit needs to stop. PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds is a fucking early access game. Why the shit is it getting nominated for awards?
Best multiplayer.
I know.
Actually, in Best Multiplayer, PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds is going up against Fortnite, which is a game that's exactly the same, only actually released.
Yep. But Rainbow Six Siege, probably the only game that deserves to be in the list of best ongoing games. Because Ubisoft are actually still supporting it and still making things for it.
Rockstar is still supporting GTA Online.
Okay, yeah.
Like, GTA Online's still going, and every year they go into Christmas mode. So, actually in about 6 days, it'll start snowing up until the 4th January.
Oh, good. I can't wait
And you
to
can have
not play
snowball
that.
fights.
Really?
You can have snowball fights. Yeah, you can pick snow up off the ground. You can hold like 15 snowballs and just run around throwing them at people. And you can actually run up and throw snowballs at civilians. They die, and then you can have snowball fights with the EMTs.
Okay. I
There
do
you
not
go.
know how to respond to that, so I'm going to move on. That's it.
Good.
Let's start for the big one. So the big one, as it always is for every award show, Game of the Year.
Game of the Year.
I've only played
So
one of those.
I've not played any. Well, actually, no, that's a lie. I've played a little bit of, I'm going to say it because you won't, PUBG.
Fuck off.
Because I managed to get into playing that at EGX.
Okay.
Just.
So the nominees are Horizon Zero Dawn, Persona 5, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds,
PUBG.
Super Mario Galaxy, and The Legend
Odyssey.
of Zelda. Sorry? Oh, Super Mario Odyssey, sorry. And The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I've only played Horizon Zero Dawn. So by default, I want that one to win. But to be fair, I want it to win anyway because it was fucking amazing.
I've heard nothing but good things about the Breath of the Wild. So, and someone who doesn't own a Switch but would probably eventually get one and would probably consider playing it because the last Legend of Zelda game I played was the launch title for the Wii, which is actually pretty fucking spectacular anyway.
Okay.
Twilight Princess.
Yeah. Okay. I would definitely play Mario Odyssey because it looks like a lot of fun. I will never play Persona 5.
No, probably not.
And
I didn't realise there were 5 others.
I knew there were
Or 4
others.
others, I guess.
I knew there were others. I've never played any of them. And whether or not I ever play PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is yet to be seen. Maybe when it goes free on Games for Gold.
Yeah, well, I don't think that's ever going to happen because it's currently still in development and people are still paying to play it. It's like, what was the other game that was almost permanently in development, and people are still paying for it. DayZ or something.
Yep, Daisy. Yeah, I don't think
Permanently
Daisy
in
ever got
development.
ever got a final release. I might be wrong. That just kind of vanished into nowhere. No one
I think it's
cares
because it was
about
just an
Daisy
Armored
anymore.
2 mod, I guess.
Yeah.
That's because people have moved on to playing PUBG and Fortnite and
Yep.
all the others. And well, there's some other games that are almost permanently in development. Minecraft. That's not really, still hasn't really had an actual release. It's had releases on games and consoles and all that crap, but I'm pretty sure it's still the.
It surely can't still be an early access game. Surely not.
All I remember is that I bought it when it was like £8,
Okay.
and I know people who bought it when it was like £2 and £4 back when it was first being made.
No,
And then
fair
I
enough.
picked it up while it was still in beta for it and early access crap. And this was like when I was like 18, so like 4 years ago. I don't know, but it probably isn't. I mean, it's had so much crap about it.
I may or
Pretty
may
sure
not
it
be
might
logging into Steam
be
to have a look.
What to see if it's not going to be on Steam early access. I don't think it was ever a Steam early access game. But
Okay. Fuck off. I know my Steam account is valuable. That's why
no,
I
it's
have
not.
passwords and account guard and fuck off. No,
Other people's Steam accounts are valuable. Yours is not.
but mine's just got a lot of Steam stuff on it. A lot of Valve stuff on it. And Battlefield 1. Sorry, Battlefield 1942. It's the
Yeah,
actual Battlefield 1.
1942. Oh, I didn't want to drop that.
No, you didn't. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, best game direction.
But it's all the same games.
Yeah.
Horizon Zero Dawn, which again, absolutely gorgeous, looks fantastic, plays really well. Story pace is fantastic. You know, it's interesting. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Resident Evil 7 scared the shit out of me twice.
It
So-
scared me so much I couldn't play it.
But it was really good, and I do stand by my statement of the star of that game is the fucking house that you're walking around. So I'm okay with that. Super Mario Odyssey, we've worked out that neither of us have played it, and it does look nice, as is Breath of the Wild, I suppose. Not sure why Wolfenstein 2 is in there.
Well, well, best game direction tends to be like the wait, what's the difference between best game direction and best narrative?
A narrative,
Surely
is,
they're
narrative
rough.
is a story, whereas game direction can be pacing, it can be how it looks, it can be, I don't know, lighting. I don't know. I don't fucking know.
Wouldn't that be best art direction?
Okay. I don't know.
This is just a way of putting Game of the Year for games that aren't like multiplayer exclusive stuff.
Pretty much.
Okay then. Well, I've not played any of the game direction ones.
I say either way, I
Apart
don't
from
know
Resident
why.
Evil, I
I
guess.
don't know why Wolfenstein's there. It's good,
Well-
but not that fucking good.
It was good enough that we did a voiceover for it.
Well, yeah. We haven't done one for Horizon.
Suppose not.
Maybe when I buy Frozen Wilds.
Maybe.
Best narrative.
Narrative. There's Hellblade's Senua's Sacrifice. I'm guessing that's the main character or a character.
Yeah,
in it.
Hellblade's main character is Senua.
Yeah. There's the
It's alright. I didn't finish it. I didn't really like it. The combat sucked. The story's
Well,
fucking great.
there we go. It's the narrative one, so it's all about the story. It doesn't really matter about the rest of it.
But yeah, the story
Horizon
is
Zero
really
Dawn
good. Yeah,
again, story. You loved it.
yeah,
Yeah, Old Tomatoes.
yeah. Near a Tomato. I've not played it. Don't know.
What Remains of Edith Finch?
I'm okay with What Remains of Edith Finch being on there. It's basically a walking simulator, and it's done in not very long. But it
Pretty
was
sure
alright.
pretty sure I read something about that, like not even that long ago. Like I mean, like this afternoon,
Okay.
possibly even on just on my Xbox, like while it's directly in front of me. I mean, it is on Xbox One, so it wouldn't be impossible.
No.
Hmm. Okay.
And Wolfenstein 2 again.
Yay.
Woo.
So what do you want to win that one?
Don't know.
Horizon, Wolfenstein, Ultimatos?
Probably Horizon. I wouldn't be sad if Hellblade won it, because the story in Hellblade is amazing. But the game sucks. I really hate the fucking combat in that game. It's not so it sucks, it just means suck. I suck at it.
Well, we've established that it's a lot of games that's true for.
But yeah, I don't know why I'm on a games podcast. I can't fucking play games. But then again, I spent years on a film podcast, and it's been well established. I know fuck all about films either. So,
But you do watch a lot, which is enough.
well, yeah, I suppose. I don't play a lot of games though, so I don't really have an excuse.
True. I think we've established that neither of us really play a lot of games. We just spend too much time looking at games going, oh yeah, that'd be really cool, that'd be really interesting, I'd like to play that. And then spend too much time with that one.
Oh, yes. Moving on. So this one's art direction. The Cuphead. Destiny 2. Again, I don't get it. It looks the same as Destiny 1.
Well, it doesn't look the same, but doesn't look much different.
That's what the same means.
No, it doesn't. The same means identical. Similar, however, would be correct.
Horizon Zero Dawn. Again, looks awesome. Persona. No. Just no.
Just no, apparently.
And Legend of Zelda. Okay. I just get to be glib about The Legend of Zelda because I've not fucking played it.
Well, it looks pretty, I think. I remember it being, shown off quite nicely.
Yeah. Again, I wouldn't mind Horizon winning that, but I wouldn't be sad if Cuphead won it, and I think Cuphead will probably win it.
I think when it comes down to it, Cuphead will probably win any award it gets nominated for when it comes to both design, and probably would be definitely up there for music or score or something along those lines, because it does seem like that type of game where it's almost guaranteed those, because it's unique in its way.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, unique for current time frame.
Yeah, it's currently unique. It wasn't in the 1940s.
Yeah, Steamboat Mickey.
So let's go for a couple more of these. I don't think we need to go for everything. Mainly because we get to a point where everything is the same as everything we've already talked about.
Well, yeah, if you go into best score of music, you've got what? Cuphead, Destiny, Ultimatos, Persona 5, Mario Odyssey, and Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
All things that have previously been mentioned.
Yeah. Cuphead needs to win that.
Yep.
Only because I don't know any of the others, and Horizon's not in there, which is a shame, because Horizon's music was awesome.
Well, Destiny 2 might get highly regarded just because Michael Salvatore is the score director.
Yeah.
And he's pretty fucking good with an orchestra.
Yes.
Best audio design is, again, all games that have been previously mentioned.
Yeah, see, that one I think Hellblade takes.
Yeah. Well, Destiny 2's audio design is pretty much just, guns.
Yeah.
And explosions occasionally.
Yeah. Hellblade does have that very well publicised thing with the, especially if you've got a headset on or a good sound system, like you hear voices all around you kind of trying to guide you on, and then trying to dissuade you from doing things, and then trying to move you on, and it's really good. For those that don't know anything about Hellblade, it's basically about mental illness and depression. It's about the voices. It's literally a game about the voices in your head tearing you in different directions. It's really, really good in that respect, and the sound design with the audio design is phenomenal. So yeah, I would happily have that one win.
Best performance. So you've got Ashley Butcher's Aloy. Brian Bloom as BJ, Claudia Black as Chloe Fraser and Laura Bailey as Nadine. With
Seems mean to have two people from the same game go up against each other.
yeah, because especially considering one of them is the character you kind of play as, and the other one is the other one.
Yeah. I want Ashley Birch to win. I think she's technically got two roles in Horizon. Technically.
Is that a spoiler?
No. Not at all.
Are there two Aloys? Or is her grandmother or something the same voice?
No, she voices Elizabeth Sobek, who is a character from the game. Yeah, she does the voice for that as well. It's not uncommon for people to do more than one voice, but she is the main voice of Aloy.
This is her first go at voice acting in a video game, isn't it?
No, she's been around a while.
Really?
Yeah.
I read something that this was like something special about this one compared to any previous.
This was her first proper big one, but she played Tiny Tina.
Yes, she did. I'm looking into it, and Tiny Tina.
Yeah, Tiny Tina. She's done a load of voices in the later Saints Row games as well, I think. But I'm pretty sure she was the voice of Chloe in Life is Strange.
You're right, she is Chloe.
But yeah, she has been about a bit.
She also voices Chloe in Life is Strange Before the Storm, the farewell bonus episode.
Oh, good. Oh, that's the bonus episode you get if you buy the special edition episodic game.
Yeah, so you can have
cunt bags.
You can have Chloe Price with actual voice instead of fake voice if you buy the special edition.
Fuck's sake! Just for fuck's sake, fuck off, Square. Every time Square Enix do something to make me smile, they do something equally stupid to make me angry.
What made you smile this time? Was it the 4K version of Hitman?
Well, just Hitman in general. I like Hitman, and I liked Life is Strange. And then they done Life is Strange Before the Storm, the special edition, not made by Dotnod.
Yeah, Deck 9.
Yeah, I don't even know who Deck 9 are.
I don't know either. Should I pick up Life is Strange Before the Storm? Is it out fully yet?
I'm pretty sure it's all out. I've heard nothing but good things, but nothing but good things from people that basically just wanted more Life is Strange. I'm not sure on the quality of it yet because Don't are actually working on a proper Life is Strange 2. I was kind of hoping that in the Black Friday sales it'd go cheap, but if it did, I didn't notice it. So maybe over Christmas it goes a bit cheap. I will get it and I will play it. But
episode 1 was the 31st of August, 2 is 19th of October, and episode 3 hasn't yet been announced.
Okay, I can't remember. It's only a short one. It's either a 3 or 4 episode one.
Yeah, it's 3 episodes, and I'm guessing there's the bonus
episode
with Chloe Price.
Yeah,
as Chloe Price.
Yeah. So, yeah, I would like Ashley Birch to win Best Performance for Horizon because, again, I thought she was great. There is literally nothing about Horizon that I can't sing praises about.
I want Ashley Birch to win just because she was awesome as Tiny Tina and therefore needs an award for something.
Tiny Tina was cool. I don't know. We took the piss out of Games for Impact.
And Best Ongoing Game.
Best Indie?
I like how Best Indie Game features games that have been, put up for other awards.
Yeah, of course it has. Yeah, so what? Cuphead.
Hellblade.
Yeah.
What Remains of Edith Finch.
Yep.
Night in the Woods and Pyre.
Pyre is apparently quite good. Is it Lee that played Pyre?
It makes sense. He is Pyro Loveridge.
Yeah. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure he's the Supergiant fan. I may be wrong.
I don't know. It might be Brian.
It might be Brian.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
He doesn't play games.
No, I like Cuphead's in that list. I don't think it gets beaten. I think the only thing that might beat it out is Hellblade. But then people will cry because Hellblade, they call it a AAA indie, don't they?
Yeah. Triple indie.
Yeah. Like an Indiana Jones box set.
Actually, there's 4 of those now.
Yeah.
So 3 good ones, and the 4th one
Yeah.
that no one knows.
Best mobile game. Get through these last couple quick.
Ooh, Fire Emblem.
That was the sound of a man who now, while we're talking, is downloading a Fire Emblem game to his phone.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Fire Emblem games are hilarious, are awesome.
No. If you're going to download any of those games in that list, you need to download Monument Valley.
What about Old Man's Journey? That just sounds hilarious.
Just sounds like a man who's tripping over his balls.
If it's anything like the game Journey and it features an old person instead, then it'd be even fucking better.
Yeah. I don't know what Hidden Folks is. Super Mario Run needs to not win because it's got it's a shitty demo until you pay for it, and then you can't play it if you're on the tube because it needs constant online connection.
Wow. Oh, is it one of those, the game is permanently scrolling and you have to move left and right type?
I think it is an endless runner, like an endless platform runner or something. It's
like the mix between Outrun and those old games we used to play, like children's arcade steering wheel.
Yeah.
You have to racer type thing.
Yeah.
Turbo-tastic. Yeah, no, that shouldn't win because at no point should one of those be considered best of anything.
No.
It's a game series, a game design that's been around since the dawn of time that's just made its way to mobile because mobiles have become powerful enough to run it.
Yeah. So I kind of want Monument Valley to win that because I think Monument Valley is fucking great. It's a proper time burner. I think we need to just run through these last few nominations. What do you think?
Yeah, just pick one out. Don't need to mention all of them. Just pick one that you think is the one that's going to win. So for best handheld, it's probably going to be the Monster Hunter one.
Yeah. I think best VR game, I think needs to be Resident Evil 7 because it was fucking brilliant in VR and fucking terrifying.
It's also probably the only one there that's an actual game as opposed to being a massive tech demo.
Farpoint I've heard good things about. I don't know. I've not played it though.
Whereas Superhot was definitely a bit of a tech demo.
Yeah. But Superhot's been around a while and a lot of people really, really like it. So it going into VR was almost a certainty. But yeah, I do think Resident Evil needs to win that because it was fucking shit scary.
Best action game. Huh.
That's tough.
It is, because not really. I'm going to go with Wolfenstein. I've not played it, but what I've seen of it, it's probably... I think it might just be my bias against Destiny 2.
I think Wolfenstein will probably win. I wouldn't mind Prey winning. But Prey is a game that at some point I need to go back to and start from the beginning and just redo, because I got halfway through and just wasn't feeling it. So I need to, at some point when I'm feeling a bit better about it, I need to go back and play. But yeah. Best action adventure is a tough one for me.
I wouldn't be surprised regardless of which one wins, apart from maybe Odyssey not winning.
No. I would like Horizon. I wouldn't be sad if Assassin's Creed Origins won, because it was a fucking great, well, it is a fucking great action adventure game.
I will probably get it when it goes cheap.
I'm just waiting for that gold edition sale.
Yep. Best RPG?
Divinity.
Yeah, Original Sin 2.
I think Divinity wins it anyway, but I kind of want it to win because the person that we interviewed on our first ever episode works for Valerian Studios.
Yeah, okay, let's go with that. Divinity should win. I'll probably vote for it later. I wouldn't be surprised if Final Fantasy 15 won it. I would be surprised if The Fractured Butthole did.
The Fractured Butthole is not that good a game. I don't think it beats out Final Fantasy, not in a million years.
Best fighter. Now, it should
Injustice.
be Injustice 2, but I would not be surprised if ARMS got it just because it's unique.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that happening.
It'd be like if Wii Sports Boxing was put into a category one that year. Like Wii Sports Bowling goes into Best Sports Racing Game.
Yeah. I'd like to see Injustice win that, because Injustice is a very, very good game.
And they have the Ninja Turtles now.
And they have Ninja Turtles now. And keep teasing Constantine.
Well, he'd be a great counter to Dr. Fate.
Mm-hmm.
Just because he's, the whole anti-magic man.
Yeah. They've got the Atom now as well.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Or they will have their latest fighting pack is the Ninja Turtles, Atom, and Enchantress.
Enchantress is less interesting, but that's only because they've kind of fucked with that one with Cara Delevingne.
Nah, she was a very shit bad guy. She was a very shit character.
She's not a very good actress in general.
I don't mind her. I've got no problem with Cara Delevingne. She was good in Valerian. She was the only good thing in Valerian. Or no, she was the best thing in Valerian. Valerian is kind of crap, but I still enjoyed it.
I'm going to throw the quick plug towards Dunny because he bought a 3D copy of Valerian so he could see Cara Delevingne in 3D and then doesn't own a 3D TV because he thought that his 4K TV was 3D, thinking that the tech went up like that.
Fucking retard. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yep.
They don't make 3D TVs anymore.
Nope.
They literally don't make 3D TVs anymore.
He thought that all 4K...
Fucking idiot. I'm almost certain I'm not going to see that dude until maybe next year's EGX, but I'm going to remember this, and when I do, I'm going to slap him in the face. That will be in 3D.
I'll film it in 3D. I'll go and buy a 3D camera. When my 3DS films in 3D, boom, problem solved.
There you go.
Don't even have to spend money.
Dear Lord.
Best family game. If it's not Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle, then I'm gonna riot.
Splatoon 2.
I don't give a shit about Splatoon 2. Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle was the greatest game I've played at EGX.
Yeah, I want Mario Rabbids to win. I think Mario Odyssey will probably win it though. Or I would hate for it to happen, but Mario Kart 8 would possibly win.
Is it because it's just Mario Kart 8 remastered?
Yeah, it's Mario Kart 8 re-released. I don't think that should win, but you never know.
It says deluxe in the title.
I don't care.
Surely Nintendo knew that they were releasing a new console. She shouldn't have released Mario Kart 8 in the first place.
Yeah, but then they wouldn't have gotten all those 9 sales of the Wii.
Wii U.
Well, Wii U. Same thing.
Best strategy game.
I don't have a dog in this race. I don't do strategy games anymore. Well, no, I do. And StarCraft Remastered should be on that list and win.
Unfortunately, we're probably not. They're not really doing the whole remastered stuff.
They don't fucking Mario Kart 8.
Well, it was deluxe, mate. Not remastered. Deluxe. It had more content. Mario Rabbids.
There was more content in fucking StarCraft. Oh, no, I'm not arguing this. Shitheads. XCOM 2, just because I've heard nothing but amazing things about that. And the fact that XCOM 2 War of the Chosen is actually an expansion, and now I'm just angry. So the expansion should win.
Yep. Now, best sports racing game is an interesting one because only one of those isn't in direct competition with the others. Well, any of the others, rather.
Oh no, I see FIFA and Pro Evo.
Yep, direct competition. And then there's the 3 racing games.
Forza, Gran Turismo, and Project Cars are all Sims as well.
Yep. And then there's just NBA on its own.
I think NBA,
so let's go for that one.
Because NBA to win, just because fuck everything else.
NBA should win because it's the only one that people won't go, oh, but this one won this award, so therefore it's better than the other ones.
Yeah.
But saying that, Forza, GT Sport, and Project Cars are all 4K racing games. or at the very least HDR racing games.
Yep.
And I don't know, it'd be down. Project Cars is the better sim. Um,
Gran
do you-
Turismo, because when you play it in VR, it doesn't let you drive into a wall.
yeah. I what? What? Doesn't let you drive into a wall.
No,
If you try and drive into a wall, it
the driving assists on Gran Turismo Sport are so heavy when you've got it in VR that it's literally impossible to crash.
oh. Okay, so Project Cars is the better sim. GT Sport has VR, and Forza has full 4K support, native on the Xbox One.
So I think NBA should win.
Yeah, because the other two don't even deserve to be like best anything.
No. FIFA 18 isn't even the best FIFA game this year.
All right, I'll let you have that. Just I don't know why, but I will.
Best multiplayer. I don't have a dog in this fight either.
Not played the multiplayer on anything of these except for Destiny 2, really.
So
So,
Fortnite.
Fortnite, just
Oh.
because just because it's a new IP,
Yeah.
it's brand new design, everything about it, and it's an actual game
Yep.
as opposed to the other one, which isn't.
Do we care about Student Game Awards?
No,
No.
I don't even know what any of these things are.
This is my favourite section, mate. This is fucking brilliant. I can't believe that this is actually going to take. This will take about an hour to get through on the award show as well. The Fan Choice Awards. So the first one is most anticipated game. So you've got God of War, Marvel's Spider-Man, Monster Hunter World, Red Dead Redemption 2, or The Last of Us Part 2.
Okay.
Any you fancy?
Red Dead Redemption 2, just because it's the only one that's actually coming out on the Xbox.
There is like 3 PS4 exclusives in that list. That is amazing.
And Nintendo exclusive.
Yeah. No! Monster
Wait,
Hunter World's on the PlayStation.
Oh wait, no, it's on
It's on Xbox One as well.
yeah. All right, okay, fine. I'm still gonna not pick that one just because nothing about Monster Hunter interests me.
I will probably go for Last of Us 2. God of War looks amazing. Spider-Man is going to be fun. I don't know anything about Spider-Man as a comic book character, but Mr. Negative looks like a really interesting character. Red Dead Redemption 2, I really want to play, but the fact that Rockstar have blatantly come out and said that, yeah, we are deep into microtransactions. I'm not fucking interested.
It depends on what the split is between the game and Red Dead Redemption Online.
Yeah.
Because if we get another long time online game where it's almost exclusively that once you finish the story, that's it. There's nothing else to do single player wise.
Yeah.
There's no let's go hunt loads of pelts and get loads of extra weapons. It's going to be all go on play online and go do all these challenges and ride around on horses with your mates and
Yeah.
lasso people for no reason.
Yeah. We'll see. I will play it because it's Red Dead Redemption 2, and I really liked Red Dead Redemption 1. I think Last of Us 2 pips it for me there. But I don't know what wins though. I think if it's fan voted, I reckon Red Dead Redemption 2 only because it's the only multi-platform one there that anyone cares about anyway.
Yeah.
So, these are best esports game. No, I don't care. I just don't care. I don't care mainly because the only one that even remotely interests me isn't on that fucking list.
Also, none of those were released this year.
Nope.
But
this
how
is
can-
where it gets really, really shit. I don't understand how any of these categories are a thing. Best esports team.
I don't know any.
No, me neither.
I don't know any.
But it gets it gets worse. Trending gamer.
What's one of those?
I don't know. But there's a list of names with I can't tell if they're website names or Twitter handles or something next to them. One of them is called Dr. Disrespect, and I just want to punch them in the dick. But it goes on. Best esports player.
Okay.
I don't know any of those either. But finally, I... Chinese Fan Game Award.
Okay.
I don't know what the... Is that a game award...
For Chinese games?
For Chinese... Well, it's not because it... Well, it might be. Monument Valley might be Chinese. Gumballs and Dungeons, IC, Honor of Kings, Monument Valley, and JX3 HD. I don't know what makes them Chinese fans. Are they voted for by fans of China?
They're voted for by people who are from China. Only.
Well, why don't I get one? Why don't I get a...
You got to vote on all the others.
No.
These are the ones that Chinese can vote for only.
Are Chinese people not allowed to vote for the other ones?
Maybe that's all that they're allowed to their vote for.
Well, at least give them something decent to vote for. Fucking hell.
These are the only games that they've been able to play.
Screw you guys and your lockdown internet. You will play Gumballs and Dungeons.
No, I actually think that they're just like Chinese developed, I guess.
You reckon?
Yeah.
I still don't understand why that's a thing.
Alright, which game was it that I said that I was going to vote for just so the other ones didn't win?
Which time?
Anytime.
Oh, Divinity.
Are you sure?
No.
Great. It's the consistency that we love on this.
We are complete 100% professionals. It's a good thing that we're not in important jobs or anything. Games with multiple nominations. So yeah, Destiny 2, Horizon, Zelda, and Mario Odyssey all got 6 nominations.
What?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
But that, my friend, is the Geoff Keighley's.
Yay, the Keighley Awards.
I just kind of feel I need to point out that I read that list off of Wikipedia, where Geoff Keighley has his own entry on Wikipedia. Yet 3 of the 5 games listed under Chinese Fan Game Award do not.
That's probably because Geoff Keighley is well known around the world, and China is not.
Yes, no one knows anything about China.
Most people probably couldn't point to it on a map.
It's the big Chinese bit.
Most people who are at this award ceremony won't be able to point to China on a map. This is me talking shit about the American education system.
Thanks, Wikipedia. Monument Valley 2 is an indie puzzle game developed and published by Us2 Games. It's a sequel to the 2014 game Monument Valley.
Whoa.
There's a fucking revelation that wasn't given to you in the title.
Bit like Assassin's Creed Revelations.
Exactly. When no revelations happened.
There were no actual revelations at all. There was no new news. You discovered that Altair died
there was
at some
nothing
point.
Revelated at all in that game.
The great revelation was that Altair died at some point in his life.
Which we knew, because otherwise
at the end.
He'd still be alive and 2,000 years old.
Yep.
Anyway. Is there any other news you can think of talking about, mate? I don't know why I'm taking over your hosting, so
yeah,
you do your thing. Sorry,
mate. Go be a dick somewhere else. Go be quiet in the corner.
I am in the corner.
It's all corner. You're in a fucking hub.
The thing is, I now only have one sock on.
Fantastic. Not sure how to continue with this one.
My sock was annoying me, so I took it off. The problem is, I can't be bothered to take the other one off, so now I'm just sitting here with one sock on.
Okay. Anyway. Moving on. A couple of weeks ago, when talking about Star Wars Battlefront 2 and its loot box casino, Star Wars themed casino, there was the senator of Hawaii. Was it the senator or was it the governor?
I don't know. It was a Hawaii something
It was
political.
a Hawaiian political influence.
Yeah.
Since then, has now come out of the woodwork and said that he's putting together work to making it so that loot boxes in games are no longer a thing. Which A is a good thing because it takes the gamble out of buying gear. But the downside is that more companies will just go out of the way and do the obvious, which is, well, instead of buying loot boxes, now you just buy the stuff directly.
Here's the thing. And it's a great idea, the guy trying. It's not going to get anywhere or do anything. Because Hawaii is a state. And state legislature to stop loot boxes just won't work. Ever. You'd need it on a federal level. And no one in the US government gives a fuck about loot boxes.
No, they don't. They're too busy trying to pass legislation at the last minute with like 4 pages worth of illegible bullshit.
Well, yeah, they're too busy giving tax cuts and free guns to people. So. But yeah, it on a state level, it's a lovely idea, and it would be nice if it got some traction, but it won't. And on a state level, it's pointless because you literally just nip across. Okay, on Hawaii, you don't. You have to go to the mainland, but
it's quite difficult to nip across the state border in Hawaii.
Oh yeah, but it's not hard to get something posted to you from another state.
True.
Yeah. So I don't think it works, but kudos to the guy for trying. I'm so burnt out being angry about loot boxes and things.
Yeah, he's trying, which is more than most people do.
Yes. You got to give him credit for that. And I do give him credit for that.
And the other ish, it's not really even news, so I'm not even going to bother with it.
Okay.
Just going to move on to what we've been playing. Brooker.
I don't know why I need to do that.
Because you're a twat, that's why.
Yeah.
Enlighten us. What have you been up to?
So I finally, now that it's finally on EA Access, I finally played Battlefield 1 from start to finish. Which, I mean, it came out, November last year?
How do you finish a multiplayer game?
I haven't finished a multiplayer game, I played the single player.
The good part.
Yeah.
And it is actually really good.
I did have a multiplayer game and I sucked so hard. I was so shit. But I'd only just set up the Xbox and I was kind of installing games and I spotted it was there, so I installed it. I had a quick game on the multiplayer and didn't like it at all, but that's not to say the multiplayer is not good. That's to say that Battlefield, for me, it takes me usually an hour or two to get into it, and I couldn't be bothered. I wanted to play the single player, so I did. You've played this, haven't you? Have you finished it?
I have, and I have finished it. And I loved it. Like every minute of it.
It's fucking great, isn't it?
It's not a single mission on there that I didn't love.
So, I mean, it's only 6 missions long. It's very short, which is a shame. But the missions are very, very good. So you basically, you play for like the 9 people left in the world that haven't played Battlefield 1. You play through what they call war stories, I think they're called.
Yep.
And I remember because we spoke about this when it first came out, because I did play like the opening little bit. We play as various members of the Harlem Hellfighters, and you have to kind of survive this German offensive. And as you keep pushing through and you die and your name pops up with the date of your death, and then you move on to somebody else, and that happens 3 or 4 times, I think.
Where you just keep dying. The game makes you die.
Yeah, it's impossible for you to beat it. It is actually because when I played it again, I did keep restarting it because I wanted to see if it was possible. And it is possible to beat that section and then you're artilleried to death.
Ah.
It's so yeah, it is. You're meant to die in those sections. And it's kind of got this really cool bit at the end where the last guy you play as, you think you're dead, you're not, you're just unconscious, and when you wake up, you look like you're the sole survivor, and there's a German soldier a few feet from you, and there's just the pair of you realise just how futile what you're doing is, and you walk off in your opposite directions. And it's kind of like a really nice moment in what is a really horrific bit of game. Well, not horrific as in badly made, but horrific as in it's a horrific point in time that you're forced to sit and play, and
Yeah.
you're forced to repeatedly die in. I don't think the rest of the game quite makes it to that level for me after that. There are a couple of very, very good bits, but that, I think, is the peak of Battlefield 1. But it's split across, like I said, I think 6 war stories. So you have a section where you're a tank driver, and you have to you kind of sneak your way through fog behind enemy lines. And your tank is busted and breaks down for whatever reason, and you have to go find some spark plugs from little villages, which means stealthing around if that's how you like to play, or killing everybody if that's how you prefer to play, or both if that's what you do. I kind of hung around at the top of windmills and wiped everybody out, and then when I got
Stealth
my spark plugs.
murderalizing.
Exactly. A Dishonored style,
Yep.
but with slightly less magic. And it's got a proper like tank defense section bit at the end of that mission, which is really cool. You just kind of wheel yourself around destroying tanks for a good 15 minutes, which can sometimes feel a bit like you're not going to win, but yeah, maybe that's the point. But that was a fun story. Probably the second most Battlefield ever story, or the second most Battlefield feeling story, was the one where you play a pilot, and that's only because. Sorry, go on.
I was just thinking I know exactly where you're going to go onto this one, so actually I'll let you continue.
Okay. So you get to your bit where you control a plane and you kill some people, kill some planes, and all that kind of shit. You know, it's all because it's all set in World War Ones, but it's all still Battlefield. You have to defend things in the plane. You have to wipe out things on the ground in the plane. You know, but the thing but it turns very Battlefield when after you crash behind enemy lines and you have to rescue your mate and run off and hopefully survive, you then take on Zeppelins over London with your bare hands.
Yeah.
Which is fucking mental. But you crash a plane into a Zeppelin and then kill everybody on the Zeppelin, then use the Zeppelin's anti-aircraft gun to kill the other Zeppelins. And it is just fucking mental. And if that wasn't bad enough, when you move on to your next story, it is the most Battlefield thing ever, where you play a dude in a tank suit.
Yeah, the Italians.
That was fucking awesome. It was really cool though, because it was like the stories. Each story is told a bit differently. And the Italian one, it's the guy telling his daughter the story of what he was doing, which is really cool because he's talking to his daughter, going, "No, I was a badass. I was in this suit and nothing could dent me." You're basically hulking through this mountain of people, just like a 1914 RoboCop.
But that one did certainly feel like your granddad's story of when he was at war and how everything, he was untouchable, he was unstoppable, nothing possibly could go wrong, and then you're actually playing it and it's the exact opposite, and you're completely terrified about the fact that you're just constantly being shot at, and you kind of have to keep replaying sections because you just there's just too much.
Well, they kind of touch on that in the pilot section, because you play as a guy, and it's that guy narrating the story, and you get to the end of this fantastical story, and the narration just ends with, you'll hear other versions of this story, but mine's the true one. History gets muddled when it comes to war, so mine's the true story. You know that, and then it goes, or do you? I really kind of like the fact that they've literally taken what I've said it again, war stories. They're not diary entries. They're not accounts of what happened. They're someone's story, and just bigged up and changed over time to make these people sound really heroic. But like you say, when you're playing, all hell breaks loose and goes horribly, horribly fucking wrong.
Yeah.
None more so as like when you play as the Australians in Gallipoli and there's no fucking communication and people keep bombing you, which isn't an awful lot of fun. But it is a lot of fun to be one guy storming a fort all on your own.
Yeah, and then there's the one that's probably the least good is actually the desert stuff.
I wasn't a fan of the Lawrence of Arabia story. Not because I thought it was bad. I don't think it was at all. I thought it was a bit long.
It was a bit flat compared to the rest.
Yeah. Although I did enjoy the battle at the end. The battle was a lot of fun. And frustrating. But yeah, overall, I think it's really, really good. It's not the best Battlefield game I've played. I briefly considered reinstalling Battlefield 4 to get some online action on, just because I fucking love Battlefield 4 online. But I have left it installed and I will stick it out for a bit and I will play some multiplayer, but for pure single player, it's fucking amazing. It's absolutely brilliant. I'm annoyed that I left it this long to play, but I'm glad that I finally played it. It is so fucking good. But yeah, it's weirdly affecting as well. Like when you get to the end and basically your last mission is just to listen to a narration as people talk about the stories that you've just played, and you're like, that's really fucking, it's not lump in throat affecting, but you're like, oh, you just kind of feel a bit, oh, okay, there's me complaining about not being able to afford a 4K TV.
Yeah, and these guys went to war.
Yeah, my problems may be slightly inconsequential considering, compared to these guys.
The ultimate first world problem.
Yes. But yeah, fantastic fucking game. Really, really impressed. What about you, mate? What have you played?
So I played a game that's slightly more up to date, both in the fact that it was released this year instead of last year, and it's a different time period from World War One.
Okay.
And it's World War Two with Call of Duty World War Two.
Cool.
So, because this weekend or on Monday, I was I got my 4K TV arrived, and I sat down. I fired it up and spent ages setting it up. And if anyone who's got a 4K TV recently or an Xbox One X, it can be a bit of a nightmare fiddling all of your fucking settings on the TV to manually select that you can have HDR on the HDMI input that your Xbox One X is on.
Excellent.
Plus enabling HDR in the TV settings. Plus remembering to set the Xbox itself to 4K mode instead of 1080p mode.
Oh, good.
Yep.
Must rush to buy my new TV.
So after spending about 45 minutes just working on my TV, trying to get it all set up and ready, I played, or rather I finished off the race that I was midway through on F1, because I'd previously been playing it on a 1080p TV and thought that on my Xbox One X, the improved, frame rate was lovely. It was fucking phenomenal. And then since playing it in HDR, it's even better, actually. So yeah, I'll allow it. HDR is a very, very good thing.
Does it look nice then? Yeah.
Yeah, it looks pretty. It actually looks like the game that probably should have been released in the first place. When I was whining before about the graphics being really cartoony and shit, now they're not so much.
Fair enough. Are we talking, when you say cartoony and shit and now they're not, are we talking kind of Uncanny Valley? These are starting to look a bit creepy, or do they actually look, good?
Good, I'd say.
Okay.
Probably won't go with they're looking a bit creepy. It's the people in it are still rubbish, and the fact that I played an online race actually with one of my mates at the weekend, and we both looked at our drivers on the podium, and they look identical because we happened to pick one of the 5 avatars, the exact same dude.
Fair enough.
So, but the rest, the drivers on the grid actually look like the drivers on the grid, and the people in the game kind of look like real people.
Yeah.
But it's a racing game. The idea is that you can. It's an open wheel car as well, so you're pretty much limited to what you can see. In that, what you see is the front colors of the car you're driving, and then black wheels.
Yeah.
So it's a racing game. I don't really know why graphics are so important for racing games.
Yeah. Fair enough.
It's the same the whole way around the track. You see red and
Yeah.
white stripes on the corners, and you see black tarmac and black wheels, and the front of your car is usually grey
Yeah.
or silver, and then you see green for the grass and maybe some yellow sand or gravel.
Yeah.
A couple of advertising boards. Yeah, 4K advertising boards. That's what you really want in life.
Yep. For sure.
Yeah. So since then, I picked up and started playing Call of Duty World War II and recorded a mission, which was actually a lot of fun. In the end, I didn't choose the mission because it was a lot of fun. I just started recording because it seemed like the thing to do at the time. It was like literally the start of the mission. I was like, well, fuck it. Let's start recording. And I think it came out all right, that mission. I died a couple of times, which is impressive considering I'm playing on regular.
Okay.
But it was mostly me being a complete mong bean as opposed to actually the game being difficult.
Yeah.
Which usually the reason why anyone dies on Call of Duty is being because they decide to be a complete toolbox instead of the game actually being difficult.
Yeah.
Apart from the grenade spam at legendary difficulty.
But it's good though. It looks like.
Yeah.
Have you finished it yet?
I've not finished it. I've done I've done 2 missions where you're not the starting character.
Okay.
So you're a character who I don't think you get to see the face of.
Okay. Like the first time you play a soap.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure you play as Ronald Daniels. Nickname is Red, but no one actually calls you Red.
Yeah.
So it just when you take him over him, it's just in the bottom left corner it says Ronald Red Daniels, and everyone just refers to you as Daniels.
Fair enough. You're definitely Ginger then.
Yeah. So you play as you're him.
Okay.
Is quite clearly a Mexican, or at very least a Hispanic American in the World War II tanks. And you play as Russo, who is a French resistance fighter lady in one mission. Which and the mission I've got recorded is just a casual mission of you storming Aachen. I believe it's Aachen.
Okay. I saw the beginning of it. Is that the one you uploaded to me?
Yep.
Yeah. I heard Josh Duhamel's voice and then went, ooh, and then we started a Skype call. So I haven't watched the rest of it yet.
Yeah, but I've not played it in the lower res. I've only played it in 4K because I purposefully chose to not play this game until I got my 4K TV sorted, like a couple of games that I've got. So I've actually got some games to talk about for a little while.
Yeah.
Because I refused to play certain games until I had my Xbox One X and I had my 4K TV.
Yeah.
So I could then talk about them in the way that they're designed to be played instead of the shitty 1080p Xbox One original edition.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest, the cutscenes is quite difficult to really think. I'm proper looking at it going, are these FMVs or is this fucking like really well designed artwork?
Okay.
Because it looks fucking beautiful, this game.
Yeah.
Like proper outstanding in 4K.
Okay.
Kind of scary how
Yeah.
good it looks. And Josh Duhamel looks really, really good. Like swoon good.
I mean, to be fair, Josh Duhamel looks really, really good anyway, and would do if he was in an 8-bit pixelated mode, because he's Josh Duhamel.
Yeah. Yeah, so I've not attempted the multiplayer yet. I don't know if I will. I mean, I might at some point. Depends if I've got some friends online and they want to play it.
Did you play the beta when it was a thing?
No.
Okay. Nothing.
The only Call of Duty I played was when we were at EGX. in the multiplayer, and we got absolutely creamed.
Was that when Dunny got all happy because he threw a fire grenade?
He threw a firebomb at someone, set them on fire,
Yeah.
and that was it. That was just the end of the game for us.
Yeah.
We just, I wasn't even sat next to him, so I don't even. I still heard him laughing to himself.
I was next to him. It was really off-putting. That's definitely my excuse for how shit I was. I was put off by Dunny's laughing.
I'll take that as an excuse to why I was shit as well. Was that I actually overheard him laughing, and I actually stopped to look to see what the fuck was going on.
Fucking cheering and shit because he set a dude on fire.
I've never seen him that happy. Maybe he has a problem.
Maybe.
But that was me. It's the story is worth playing from what I've played so far. I really like it. It's a very typical Call of Duty. You are this guy. Go through, kill everything. Here's some teammates. None of them have died yet, which isn't very Call of Duty.
Are you close to any of them yet? Do you care about any of them yet?
Yes, actually, you care about someone right in the first mission. It's like the prologue mission. You kind of go, oh, this dude's pretty cool, and then he gets pretty close to dying, but doesn't.
Okay. He'll probably die later on.
Yeah, I'm trying. The way that the game works, you know, when they did that, you have to call to get your medic to throw some health packs at you, and you can call for ammo crates.
Yeah.
There's other kind of power-ups ish. So you can call your captain to spot enemies for you. You can call one of your other teammates and they'll throw you some grenades, and you can actually call one of them for a flare.
Yeah.
To get a mortar strike.
Okay.
Which is actually I've used once. I may have used that in the recording because yes, it was my second attempt at doing a section. I was like, oh, what does this guy do? Oh, cool, a smoke grenade. Throw it, and then just mortar, just like a barrage of mortaring.
Fair enough.
So, there's that.
Cool.
You do any else interesting stuff? I mean,
no.
I mean, you've kind of last 2 weeks have been a bit of a dead weeks for us, really.
Well, yeah, news has been shit. I've been insanely fucking busy, including now being stuck in a hotel. And the thing for me, I said this to the other half. I was like, I wish I was one of those guys that was happy boxing up my consoles to take on holiday with me. And I know so many people that have done it. Oh yeah, we're on holiday for 2 weeks with the family. Yeah, I took my PlayStation. What? Why?
You're with family. What the fuck?
This is what I mean. I'm not one of those guys. I don't think it's acceptable to box up a console and move it 60 miles down the M1 to sit and play games.
To a family member's house that you're there to spend time with, eat dinner, all that crap, and then just and play Xbox.
Yeah. Same as, when I had a Vita, I didn't take it to the family's house Christmas Day. Or probably should have done because my family are quite boring. But, I'm not that guy, which means I basically, what I've done for the most part, what I've done more consistently than anything else. That is a very leading question, so no filthy answers, motherfucker.
Okay, I won't answer at all then. Fine, fuck you.
Just in a hotel room all on my own. Guess what I've been doing more than anything else? Reading.
Okay. I thought you were in Brentford.
I am in Brentford.
People can't read in Brentford.
Well,
where did you find books?
I'm not from Brentford.
No, I'm just saying, where did you find books?
I have a Kindle.
I suppose. Surely it did not immediately set on fire when you got nearby.
No, and I've also brought down, and literally I swear to God, an 18-year-old copy of Fight Club that I brought down with me.
Okay.
I'm doing a podcast with our mate Tony
on Fight Club
in a couple of months. Well, he's starting a podcast where he's going to spend an episode just talking about one film, and because it's my choice for pretty much every film ever, I just said, why don't you do Fight Club? And then he invited me on. So I'm rereading
because he knew how much you love Fight Club.
Well, this is it. So I'm rereading the book. I don't need to watch the film. I can read off the script with my eyes closed. And I'll probably reread Fight Club 2 when I get home. But yeah, I'm reading because there's nothing else to do here, and I'm watching an awful lot of Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
That's because at the moment there isn't really anything else to watch.
Nah. So no, I've not played many games. I'm at the end of, and I know I'm about to walk into the final battle for Tomb Raider 2013.
Are you sure? Are you sure it's not the halfway point again?
No, I know I'm about to walk into the final battle for Tomb Raider 2013. I just haven't had the fucking chance. And bless her, because all my consoles are down in the living room, so I have to spend time with. Well, I don't have to spend time with the wife. I want to spend time with the wife, and she's really good. She's quite happy for me to put the games on. But sometimes I'm like, you're just sat there like not doing anything, and I'm happily playing games. I feel like a right cunt. so I don't do that.
I suppose I should probably mention I did finish Pokemon. I mean, because the last podcast. So it's a game that takes like 4 weeks to finish.
That's pretty good, because you said the other day that you weren't sure you'd ever get to the end of it.
Well, I finished the story and I finished the post-game episodes.
Okay.
Because they're not particularly long. I've not gone out of my way to start catching every fucker on the game.
Yeah.
It's just I don't have that kind of time. And I don't have the kind of time to, catch everything in specific Pokeballs just because that's what some people do. Just so that their entire, army have the exact same ball to be in, so it all looks pretty and doing all the little side quests that are completely pointless. I haven't done all of that. So I finished the story of Pokemon Ultra Sun. So I'm probably not going to talk about that ever again.
Fair enough.
I might try playing what is it? Smash Brothers on the DS.
Okay.
Because I've got that now as well.
Yeah.
Thought, fuck it, while I've actually got a 3DS that's charged and, I'm playing a game on it, now that I finished Pokemon, I might as well consider. And I'm okay with taking my 3DS up north for Christmas.
Yeah.
Just to sit there while, I don't know, while my mum's in the kitchen cooking dinner.
Yeah.
And I'm just, chilling about in the kitchen, chatting to her. And the dog's asleep in his basket.
Fair
or
enough.
sitting on my lap, usually licking my face.
Yeah, that's what dogs
Because
do.
if I'm in the room, he has to sit on me because otherwise I'll leave him.
You come meet my dog, she'll sit on your lap. Oh, I'm in a hotel room, there's no cookie to interrupt my podcast today.
It's like the first episode where we don't have her shaking in it.
Or at least the first episode where I haven't had to edit her out of shaking in it.
No, but there is a lot of echo for you to edit out, I guess.
Is there?
Just because you're in a box. I'm guessing that's what it's going to be
I was
like.
going to say, fucking hell, please don't tell me I'm echoing, because I'm not sure I'll be able to fix that.
You don't sound like you're echoing to me, but
That's all right.
there have been times where your hotel room Wi-Fi has been a bit shitty, and I've been talking and you've been so silent that I've been like, has the call dropped out?
That's not my Wi-Fi. That's you downloading 100 gigs worth of Gears of War while we're talking.
I'm not downloading anything. I stopped the download when you mentioned it, and I was like, well, you're on shit internet as well, so it's probably going to be fucking awful.
Anyways.
Fuck you.
Oh, do you want to do a recommendation today?
I'm going to recommend people to spend a bit of money and probably buy an Xbox One X because you get your month of free Game Pass. So that way then you can have Gears of War 4 on Game Pass.
Wow. Play Gears of War 4 for free after laying out £450 on the console.
Or just pay for Game Pass. It's probably cheaper.
Yeah, do that.
It's like £6 for 3 months or something.
Yeah. I will probably recommend those that haven't played it, go and get Battlefield 1 installed. It's on EA Access, so if you have an EA Access subscription, you can install the entire thing and play for as long as you like. It's not just your 10-hour demo. EA Access are bastards, by the way. Every year, my EA Access runs out in October, and then they don't bill me until the end of November.
Ooh.
That was 20 quid I didn't see. I could have done without it leaving my account 2 days ago.
Yeah, probably not.
Fuckers.
You don't need money.
No, what do I need money for?
What's a bit of money between friends?
Yeah. Not like I had to pay 15 quid for one night's parking because the fucking hotel car park here is terrible.
Should have just parked in front of someone else.
Well, I would have done, but it's a very small, like, area. If I'd have parked in front of somebody else, no one would have gotten down the road, and some bastard would have just scratched my car. But yeah,
Or stolen it.
or
Or just stolen the wheels.
No, that doesn't happen down here. Liverpool.
Oh, no,
If you
that's a
take your car
Liverpool
to
thing.
Liverpool, you'll come out with no wheels. Here,
If you
they'll
take
just
a car to Liverpool, you'll pull up at the first set of traffic lights, and suddenly you won't have wheels anymore.
exactly. You basically have to pre-cut a hole in the bottom of your floor so you can drag yourself along.
Yep.
So far in this episode, we've managed to insult China, like an
London.
entire country, London,
And Brentford specifically.
Brentford. Well, it is worth. What mate, I'm in a hotel opposite a place called the Arlington Dragon or something. And I'm like, it doesn't even mean anything. It's a Chinese restaurant. What's Arlington got to do with it?
Is it anywhere near Arlington?
Well, no, Arlington's a place in Washington. There's a big cemetery there.
Is it an American bloke who is running a Chinese from Arlington?
I wouldn't know. I don't eat Chinese food, so I haven't been in there.
Is there not an Arlington in London?
Not near me. Not near where I am at this precise point in time.
Are you sure it's not Darlington and they just missed the D?
Well, I mean, I'm not going to rule it out.
You are in Brentford. They can't spell.
True. I hope no one hears this before I leave Brentford.
It's not. I'd be as impressed if the people from Brentford could hear me.
True.
Even if you're on a Skype call, and I don't think they're smart enough to be able to hack a Skype call.
No.
And then get offended by me calling Brentford dumbasses.
I was thinking more on lines of maybe someone downloads the podcast Friday morning and listens to it while I'm still in the hotel.
It's all right. You'll go back to the hotel and it won't be there anymore.
Yeah. I just got to hope I can get my car out of the parking space. I do honestly hope my car is still there. I moved it into the hotel parking area first thing Monday morning, and then left it, and I haven't been down there since.
Yeah, this is where it wasn't a hotel parking lot. It was a ruse just so they could crush your car.
That's it, because there is a lot of effort to put in to crush some poor bloke's blue mocha.
Yep.
Anyways, I've definitely run out of things to talk about. I've definitely run out of game things to talk about, mate.
Yeah, we're just insulting places now.
Yeah.
And people from places. There's a lot of stuff for you to edit out on this one.
I might just leave it all in. Fuck it.
I mean, it's not like we've been talking for an hour and a half.
No.
And some of it was even about stuff.
I know. So I might just
Relative
leave it
stuff, too.
in. Yeah.
It's actually been a quite short episode considering we were talking about an award ceremony.
I'm always, after the first time we ever talked about an award ceremony, I was really fucking paranoid about ever doing it again. Because the first time we did it was a ghastly mess.
Yeah, it was like 2 hours of us chatting about stuff that was just not nonsensical.
It was. There was no rhythm to it. There was no rhyme or reason as to how we were talking or anything. It was a fucking awful episode. It was like our third episode or something.
So, advice for any of you people who want to start a podcast up: don't start it 3 episodes before an award ceremony.
Yeah.
And don't make your first episode something only one of you have done, like EGX. Because then you end up with just one person talking for an hour and a half, and the other guy going, aha, mm-hmm, okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, Brooks, where can people find you?
You can find me over on Twitter. I am at Brooker411. I just rant a lot over there.
Yeah, you do.
Why not?
I'm on Twitter as at the John_CU. Xbox Live is Long Silver. If you aren't interested in following us individually, you can follow us as a team at Character Unlock on Twitter, Character Unlock on Facebook, Character Unlock on Instagram, Character Unlock on YouTube. There's CharacterUnlock.com, which will take you to our Podbean page. Character Unlock. Again. Is there anything else that we've got?
I don't know. Pretty much any way you can type Character Unlock, you will hopefully find us.
We don't yet have a subreddit. but we might at some point soon. Con- Depends entirely on if I could be bothered to do it.
Seems like a lot of work for a podcast that 9 people listen to.
And one of them's us.
Well, yeah. One of them's my wife who doesn't play video games.
She just listens to it to find how many times we've abused her,
Which-
which is surprisingly few considering she can't hear me.
Well, yeah, it's
Or
true.
you.
But, well, no, she can't hear me this time. I'm pretty sure I can hear either fireworks or gunshots outside.
It's probably both.
Until I look out there, it could be either one of those things. I'm not going to look out there at all.
It's both. It's a gun shooting fireworks. It's just a piece of drain pipe with fireworks in it. They're having...
It's basically Dead Rising 3 going on outside my hotel window.
Or the people trying to reenact Harry Potter with...
No.
Those fuckers are so stupid. Putting, the fireworks in a tube thing.
Yeah.
Where you just light the bottom of the tube and it fires like 10 to 15 fireworks.
Yep.
Yeah, those, and they're just wearing bathrobes and hats. Just running around streets firing them at each other.
They're definitely all going to die.
Yep,
And
from firework-related injuries.
And they definitely all deserve it. Alright.
Yes, they do.
I think we might need to call it a day, mate.
That's us. Yeah, I think we're all done here.
Yeah.
Say goodnight, Brooks.
Good night, Brooks.
Good night, everyone.
I feel like sooty. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Now I just feel like a child molester.
You are.